Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Hans Martin Jr., and welcome to another episode of Hans's Random Stuff. Now, first things first, I just want to give a big thank you to all my subscribers so far. As of right now, I got 68 subscribers, which it's pretty good. A little bit short of my goal, but we still got like 3 more weeks to get to my minimal goal of 75. But remember what I said, if by the end of this month, if I get up to 100 subscribers, I will do this videos for the rest of the year. But if I get at least 75, at least I'll do this video for another month. But yes, keep these subscribers going. Share these videos. I know that's what's been happening, and thank you for that. Share the videos, tell them to subscribe, and yeah, we'll go from there. The other thing too, please feel free to comment. I did leave a question last week for y'all to comment, but maybe some of y'all missed my final scenes after the credits. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, go back to the videos and see. But the last one, I gave a question which nobody seemed to answer, maybe because they missed it. I don't know. But yeah, don't miss out on that. And if I do ask a question, please feel free to comment about anything, or let me know what you want to comment. Or when you comment, let me know what you want me to talk about. You know, I had quite a couple suggestions, which I will take into consideration. And who knows, I may respond to you. At this rate, yeah, I'd be more than willing to respond to anybody who comments, or at the very least, give them a like. But yeah, and with my last video, just in 4 days, I got over 220 views. So yeah, this is great. Just keep it coming. Thank you for everything that you have done. All right, enough of that. Now for today, I'm doing something new here for Hans's Random Stuff. Something I've been pondering for a long time. And in this episode, I'm just gonna call it my top 5. And it could be a top 5 about anything that I may do. And if you have any suggestions, feel free to comment. But for today, I decided to do a top 5 of what inspired me to actually make these videos. So yes, for this top 5, this is my top 5 favorite YouTube channels. Yes, I'm going to be talking about many different YouTube channels, the influencers that are there, and yes, they definitely have influenced me to do some of these things. And yeah, just remember, this is a millennial point of view. No offense to Gen Z or even Gen Alpha, and maybe Gen X, maybe some boomers. I don't know. But yeah, this is really a millennial point of view. And yes, I am a millennial, in case you didn't know. I know I don't look as old as a millennial. Maybe I do. I don't know. That depends on your opinion. But yeah, so without further ado, let's go ahead with the top 5. Let's go. All right, number 5. And this YouTube channel, it was probably the first that I've seen when it comes to food and just going out to many different places and trying out different types of food. And that channel is Mark Wiens. Yeah, not only Mark Wiens travels around this country and visiting some of the big cities that has a great food scene, but he goes all around the world, trying out many different types of food around the world. I'm telling you, it is a good watch. And I just love seeing how he eats, because this guy really enjoys food. I mean, once he takes a bite of a sandwich, for example, he just goes like this. Such a signature thing for him to say. And then he goes on describing why it's so good. Now, he may eat a lot of seafood, which I don't eat seafood. I'm kind of allergic to it. But yeah, he does eat a lot of things that is best for the city that he visits. Some of my personal episodes that I really enjoy, number 1, when he visited my hometown of Boston, Massachusetts, and tried out the many different type of restaurants that he recommends. And the other one, where he visited the country of my motherland of Guatemala and tried out the many different types of foods from that country, which honestly is very underrated. And so if you hadn't had Guatemalan food, dude, let's go. Even Mark Ween said it himself, the tamales of Guatemala is better than Mexico. Sorry, Mexico, no offense. They're still good, but I just love my Guatemalan food, all right? I may be biased. But yeah, he definitely really makes food enjoyable for people to, at the very least, go out and try. And so that is my number 5, Mark Wiens. Now on to number 4. Now for my number 4, it may be controversial for some people, but this is the YouTube channel that really inspired me to also become a movie critic, you know, as it inspired me to become the real movie critic. Yeah, I still love the music. But yeah, this belongs to the channel Cinema Sins. And yes, like I said, it may be controversial because there's a lot of people that really don't like Cinema Sins. But me personally, I really enjoyed how they break down every single movie, even though it's most of the time mistakes that they show. But it is a biased opinion about films. And yes, I did say bias. But then again, when people are critiquing stuff or dissecting stuff, who isn't biased? It's really about your own taste. So that's why I don't mind it too much. Actually, some of the things that he finds in movies, I'm like, never thought of it that way. So it really does inspire many different things of how to watch movies and things. And yeah, if there's a mistake, these guys will find it. And I know people think he's too critical, but for me, you know what? It's just a YouTube channel. You know, I really doubt it will inspire people to not watch a movie or maybe watch a movie. I don't know. But he does give credit where credit is due as well, you know, taking sins off for certain things. And yes, I may not understand him the whole time when he critiques, but I really enjoy his analysis of everything. And that's why it is my number 4. Now let's move on to number 3. My number 3 is another movie channel, which I definitely enjoy. And that is Screen Junkies. Now, if you haven't seen Screen Junkies, do yourself a favor, especially if you love movies, subscribe to their channel. And yes, subscribe to any of the channels that I mentioned today. And one of the biggest reasons why I love Screen Junkies, it's their famous program that they upload, and that is Honest Trailers. Unlike Cinema Sins, where it takes almost like 20 to 30 minutes for them to break down everything, what they break down the great stuff and mostly the bad stuff, but they do it in a funny way. And I always enjoy watching some of their things that they do with certain movies. And yeah, I'm just there having a good time laughing at their sarcasm. And who doesn't like the epic voice guy? I mean, come on. I'm going to try to be like him, but it's like, yeah, in a world where we make fun of movies. But yeah, it's definitely a fun time when they bring out the Honest Trailers. But yeah, there is other programs where they talk about certain movies and things of that nature. It's always a good watch, especially if you're a movie fan like myself. But yeah, Screen Junkies, I definitely appreciate your work. And yeah, keep up with the good work. Now let's move on to my number 2. Now, for my number 2, and also with my number 1, these are the 2 channels that have really inspired me to be like, you know what? Maybe I should start a YouTube channel, especially when it comes to food, because I do like food, even though I can't eat a lot of food right now, but it inspired me to at least start the mashed potatoes food battles and taste reviews. And yeah, more soon to come if I get those subscribers. But number 2, it's not a channel that's just about food, but that's what started for me to watch. But it's a group of guys that just do a lot of comedy bits and things of that nature. And those are the Try Guys. And as of right now, yeah, it's a duo of Keith and Zach. And And yeah, they do a lot of fun things. Like well, some of my personal favorites is when like they love Disneyland, Disney World, and even Universal Studios and the parks. Actually, one of the first channels I saw of them when they try to do a challenge of visiting 5 parks and doing different things in each park in one day. And yeah, they even raided a restroom, which I was like, wow, that's crazy. But hey, that's what they did. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I started looking into it, and I seen a couple of their bits and shows that they do that are pretty funny. But probably my most favorite thing that I love watching from the Try Guys, which it's hilarious, informative, and it's about food, and it's called Keith Eats the Menu. And yeah, this guy Keith like picks a restaurant or a fast food place. Actually, started with fast food. Now he's doing restaurants and eats everything on their menu. And the craziest one he did was the Cheesecake Factory, which got divided into 3 different video sections, which, wow. Yeah, Keith, kudos to you. But yeah, he takes a bite or two, and don't worry, he doesn't waste food. I think he gives it to the rest of the crew for them to eat. But he eats it, rates it, and moves on to the next. It is very informative. It actually inspired me to try some different things than the usual I get in a certain restaurant that I enjoy. But yeah, just seeing him eat, having his special guests. Some of my personal favorite are Quasi and Jarrett, and yeah, even Zach. You know, when he comes in, it's always a fun time. But my favorite thing is when he does those videos when he's starting to get full and he starts getting into a food coma and he acts like he's drunk or something. It's just some of the funniest things you ever seen. It's funny, it's informative, it is great. And yeah, they do other videos too, like scavenger hunts. And by the way, guys, if you haven't done a scavenger hunt in Boston, y'all need to do that. I hope these Try Guy guys are listening to here. Who knows? But yeah, it's a fun watch. It's a very, very fun watch. And definitely subscribe to them and yeah, and have a good time. All right, now for my number 1. For my number 1, it's another channel that, you know, I have seen sporadically. I'm like, I should see more of it. But now I'm really starting to dive into their shows. And yeah, it's a very successful duo. And yeah, it's mostly about food, but it's about other things as well. And those are the guys from Good Mythical Morning. I really enjoy their show. I love the food wars that they do, like, you know, like Burger King versus McDonald's, for example. And yeah, those guys really inspired me to do sometimes a food channel. But it's not only food, man. They do other things too, trying out products and equipments. I mean, one of their latest episodes, they try out many different type of massages and they rated them. And I thought it was pretty cool, the way, even though it was funny, it was cool and informative of some of the things that they talk about when it comes to massages. I mean, who knew? And yeah, they try out many different types of other things. But I really enjoy when they try out different types of foods of everywhere. It's not just fast food or restaurants. They even do like things that they find in the supermarket. It's really awesome. It's really informative. They've been out for a while, and these guys are just continue on running. They also have another channel called Good Mythical More as well, which I highly recommend. And yeah, they do a lot of other things. And man, their merch is pretty cool as well. I know I'm about to buy some stuff from them. And even when the Try Guys, for what I talked about before, they sell some cool stuff that I might try. So definitely I want to give a big shout out to Rhett and Link for doing some great work. And yeah, if you haven't checked them out, please check them out. They're awesome. They do many fun activities, many different things. And yeah, like I said, it inspired me to do a video just like this. And so yeah, Good Mythical Morning is my number 1. And yeah, that it completes my top 5 list. All right, well, it's hard to make a top 5 sometimes, so there are some close ones. I just want to give a shout out to one more YouTube channel, Joshua Wiseman. He's a chef that tries out many different types of foods, figure out who has the best of anything like fries or chicken tenders or whatever. Although I do think that this guy hates a lot too on a lot of things. He always thinks his cooking is better, but then again, what chef doesn't? So yeah, he is a little biased, but Not quite yet, Joshua Wiseman, but who knows? You may come up. And who knows? Maybe this list might change in a year from now. Y'all never know. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed my top 5. If you have any other suggestions for my top 5, feel free to comment. Any type of suggestion, feel free to comment. And please continue on subscribing, getting people to subscribe. I'm almost close to short of my goal for this month, but keep it coming. Keep it coming. Who knows? Maybe I'll be an inspiration to another future influencer. You never know. But thank you all for watching. And until the next time, I'll see you there. Out. Stupid fly.